Hello, hello, hello. It's not where we start, ladies and gentlemen. It's where we finish. I'm Anthony Gafa, and you're watching Unfiltered with Gafa. Today we're going to be talking about constructive criticism, they call it. Negativity. And everything in between. Well, is it really constructive criticism when it comes from someone who doesn't want to see you do well? And how do you identify that? And how do you deal with it, more importantly? Do you use it to your advantage? Do you just block it? Do you take it on board and quickly dismiss it? Or do you take it on board and struggle to deal with it? I'll start with me personally. Negativity, I simply don't take it on board. One thing I've noticed about negativity or constructive criticism that isn't really constructive, it's simply criticism. How do you identify the difference between real constructive criticism? And how do you identify whether someone's just putting you down? And more importantly, how do you deal with it? For me personally, let's just address it as negativity. For me personally, I just dismiss it. I quickly dismiss it. I don't even take it on board, so I don't even need to dismiss it. When you've got a critic that wants to see you fall or not succeed, my question is, why would you waste your energy? Why would you even entertain that force, that negativity? That negative force should not be consuming any of your time, your valuable time. As I said earlier, it typically comes from below. It typically comes from people who have been trying to achieve what you've had success with. It's hard enough to run a business or to drive a personal brand. I don't even entertain it at all. I don't let it affect me whatsoever. Time is precious. Life is precious. Why would you let negativity have an impact on your life? We have a no dickhead policy at work. I have a no dickhead policy with my friends. I have a no dickhead policy in everything I do. You'll get criticized no matter what you do. And the more success you have, the critics will attack harder. Use it to your advantage. I say, don't entertain it. Don't let it bring you down. Some people like to use it as a tool, something to amplify the direction they're going. So you've decided to take the plunge, whether it's running your own business or doing something that people are going to have something to say about, whether it's positive or negative or whatever. It's important to identify bad faith, negativity, or feedback, constructive criticism. Because good feedback, whether it's good or bad, but feedback that's actually genuine, when I say good feedback, can be really used to your advantage. And when you've got somebody who's prepared to tell you what they really think, not what you want to hear, grab that person with both hands. From the negativity, you can still learn and grow. But how genuine is it? You can learn from people putting you down, or you can learn from people having something to say. And as a person, you can grow stronger. Whereas people around you, your peers, your network, your community, if they're genuine and they give you feedback, good or bad, constructive criticism, good or bad, these people are the type of people you want in your inner circle, because they're going to tell you what they really think, not what you want to hear. There's nothing worse than having people around you feeding you. And when it comes to constructive criticism, it's good to take it on board. But your biggest critic is yourself. No one knows you better than you. So some of it you may take on board. Some of it you may dismiss. If you can identify early on the difference between negativity and feedback, genuine feedback, constructive criticism, that is definitely a great skill set to have. One thing that I'm grateful for, or I identified I needed to do early on, was being able to separate bad faith negativity from feedback, genuine feedback. How have I always identified the difference between hate, negativity, or constructive criticism, like genuine constructive criticism? Is it the delivery? I think the delivery does have a lot to do with it. Sometimes the delivery can be done in the wrong way. It might be in front of a group of people and they try to make you look like a fool. Whereas if someone wants you to take it on board for all the right reasons, they may pull you aside. They may make a suggestion. Look, Anthony, I think you're doing well, but why don't you try this? Why don't you experiment with this? In a positive manner. That's the way I give constructive criticism or feedback, especially if you want them to take it on board. Once you identify who are your haters and who genuinely wants to see you do well, don't take the feedback lightly. Embrace it. Be grateful for it. Acknowledge the person. Let them know, I'm very grateful. Because how do you grow? The only way we can grow is by listening to genuine people around you. So you've now identified the difference between negativity and constructive criticism. Getting rid of the negativity is easy. Delete my number, don't come back. Simple. But when it comes to the constructive criticism, embrace that feedback. That is going to be your biggest asset. And encourage that person to continue to guide you along, because these people want to see you do well. They're not feeding you. They're not telling you what you want to hear. Having these people on your side is a very, very powerful tool. Filtering feedback and applying feedback is a skill, and it takes a long time. It takes a long time to master or implement into your everyday. Everybody's different. A Post-it note. Write it on your fridge, on the whiteboard. What's going to remind you? I'm a boots and all person. I just jump in. I don't filter it through my day bit by bit. If I've identified that this is going to be a game changer for me, it's going to have an impact in my life, I don't second chance it. The way we grow, we must embrace it with two hands, implement it into your life. Don't put it on a Post-it note and hopefully you come back to it. How many times have you gone to your notes in your phone and made some changes? My advice is the notes, just implement it in your life. Otherwise, it's not good enough and it's not worthy of making a change in what you're doing. And like I said earlier, how to deal with it. What do you do? One, you can take it quite personal and you can have it your day, ruin your week, send you into depression, really divert you from what you're trying to achieve. You might want to be a PT, an online PT, or you might be driving an online business. And people have got a lot to say, and it's for the wrong reasons. That's why I say dismiss negativity coming from below. There's no point in taking it on board. Continue to ride along your journey and don't even use it as something that's going to drive you forward, because you're still embracing it then. I've never used hate or negativity to make me want to prove somebody wrong. Why am I wasting my energy on these haters? Like recently, I had a guy, a random guy on TikTok, and made a comment of, it looks like he spent his last $7 hiring a podcast room, and I wasn't going to entertain it, even though I'm talking about it now. But I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about certain things like this. So instead, I turned it into a positive. Given he thought I used my last $7 to hire this podcast room, I asked him, what would you do with your last $7? Turning a negative into a positive ensures my day continues on. I'm not dragged down by negative energy. And it put a smile on my face and a few other people's faces as well. Our time is limited. Do you waste your time replying to negativity on social media or negativity that comes your way? Do you dismiss it? Do you just not allow it to come on board whatsoever? Why would you waste precious time and precious energy on people who have got nothing better to do, people that are negative, people that are driven by hate, affect your life? Remember, we get one chance here. Make it count.